Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm back. We had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's so good to be away and so good to see people we love. Really nice. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day here. Oh my gosh, it's dry air and I came out about 40 minutes ago. It was 64 degrees, so it's probably warmer than that now, but really wonderful. But we had a great time. The trip in was brutal, but we're going, you have to go through New York City from here to get to Long Island. There's no getting around it. And so Dennis was on waves telling us which direction to go, and the car, we were great all the way through Staten Island, which is, 2 hours of driving, no problem. Staten Island was great, really surprising. It's been a long time since we went through Staten Island, and the last few times we went, and that was years ago, it was full of construction. It was horrible. Well, the construction's done. Oh, and the Goebbels Bridge. Oh my God, beautiful and gorgeous and new. The old one, Goethals Bridge. Goebbels. Gorgeous. We haven't been, so it's been a long time since we went that way. But the old Goethals Bridge was the worst. It was scary, and anyway, the new one is lovely. So we got all the way across the Verrazano Bridge, which put us into Brooklyn, and then traffic stopped. We were on the BQE, which is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, and then you go onto the LIE, which is the Long Island Expressway. And there's nothing more discouraging than your car telling you have 11 miles to go and you're going 5 miles an hour. Anyway, the trip in was brutal, but we had beautiful weather while we were there. We went to the fish store and got and Ben shucked oysters, and we had sashimi and cheese and crackers and all kinds of lovely things. It was wonderful. And they have bugs. We have no bugs. I mean, I'm not exactly complaining, but it is worrying that we don't have any bugs. But they have bugs. But Katie got this giant mosquito net that went over the umbrella and down behind the chairs, and we were outside with no trouble, and it was really lovely. We just had a wonderful time. All we did was talk. Sit around and talk. Sit around and eat and talk, and it was great. And the drive home was painless. It was a little bit, we went north around the city to get home. So the Cross Bronx Expressway was slow-ish, but not nearly like the others were going. And then it was clear sailing. I mean, it took us 5.5 hours to get there on Friday. And our car, when you put it on the nav system, thought it would take 3. But our car no longer, did I tell you about that? Our car no longer gets real-time traffic. It used to. It was so wonderful. But our car's, nav and everything is 3G. And they've upgraded to 5G in the system. And they can't upgrade our car to 5G. It's a 10-year-old car. So we don't have our real-time traffic on our nav system anymore, which we're very sad about. So without any traffic, it would be 3 hours. With traffic, it was 5.5 hours going, and it was only 4 hours coming back. Yeah. So that was good. That was good. But they're sitting there, Ben and Dennis are sitting there with their phones looking at the traffic the whole morning to try, it's like, it's only 3 hours, So we left earlier than we might have otherwise, just to try to beat the traffic, because of course then everybody's leaving Long Island to go back into the city like they've gone away, out to the beaches for the weekend. But once we got across to New Jersey, the traffic going towards the city from New Jersey, because a lot of people went to the Jersey Shore, I'm sure, was terrible. So we were very happy to go that direction. Going home was the correct direction. Anyway, we had a good time. It was really nice to get away. All was calm when we got home. Kim and Aura had a good weekend. And the dogs, it's always sad when you come home and your dogs aren't there to welcome you. They're still at camp. We'll get them today. They have limited hours on Sunday to pick up the dogs. And we always get them a bath after they've been to camp for a couple of days because they come home very stinky. So we will pick them up after their bath today. But it's a pretty empty house without the dogs. You know, a couple of 90-pound dogs really kind of fill up a house, you know. Ben and Kay have cats, which we got to see but not touch. Yeah. Anyway, it was really nice. And it's so nice to be home on a gorgeous, gorgeous day. There are two tiny, puffy white clouds I can see over the garage, but the other way, it's like no clouds. It's just stunning. Just stunning. So undoubtedly we will be out here part of the day. Have our dinner outside maybe. Yeah, pretty nice. So today I do not have any big plants. I have already watered the flowers. Look at my Gerber daisies. They're blooming. Aren't they beautiful? I thought they were done. I thought they were going to be one and done. I got those at the supermarket. You know, they always have in the spring they have stands of flowers outside when you go in, and I picked them up. I expected I expected they would be a little bit like cut flowers where they would die and that would be it. But no, they're growing. And Dennis's, you won't be able to see it, so I'm not even going to turn. But Dennis's, I can see this much green over the top of the pot with Dennis's peppers. So his peppers are growing. They are not growing fast enough to actually give us peppers this year, I'm quite sure. But they are growing. So I watered everything this morning. I watered everything really well before we left, and then I watered everything this morning, and it looks good. And I'm so excited about the Gerber daisies, I must say. The only thing that's not good is this plant right here. Every flower has been eaten off of it. Now, these are all impatiens, and I thought this one said it was a New Guinea impatient. The other ones are New Guinea impatiens. But whatever's eating the flowers is only eating that one. The other three have the dark green and red leaves that I think of as, part of New Guinea impatiens. And this one does not. So this may be just a regular kind of impatient. But anyway, all its flowers are gone. Something crawled up on this deck and ate those flowers. And my basket is not doing great. I may give up on that whole basket concept. But yeah. Anyway, it's good to be home, and it was really good to go. And yep, my brother's very happy with how my mom's doing. Very happy with how she is in her memory care, and that's good. My dad needs to keep working on it. He's got to keep working on it. But we got him handles to help him get him out of the couch, and he says those are working, so that's good. I will see them on Thursday. Well, maybe not Thursday, Friday. Thursday I go up for my class birthday party. I got an invitation from one of the women who was organizing a dinner at the tavern. The tavern is sort of like the classic nice restaurant in State College from when we were in high school. So it's been there a long time, over 50 years. It's probably been there 80 years. But, when we were a kid and you were going out fancy, you went to the tavern. So, and that would be nice. And they got a room and everything for just us, but I'm not gonna go and eat inside. So I gave him my regrets. Kim is gonna go, according to the woman who's organizing it, Kathy, said Kim had RSVP'd yes. So Kim will go, and I will, I'll chauffeur her there and then head to Harmony. I need to spend some time, with my parents anyway. So Saturday nights is good a time to do that as any. And I'll see people. I think there's some outdoor things going on. I actually haven't been paying attention to whatever activities people are talking about. Someone had talked about taking a walking tour of campus, which I said I would do, because of course Penn State's campus is completely changed in the last 50 years. So, since I went there and lived in State College, so take a walking tour, and somebody was going to have pickleball lessons. They're going to play pickleball, and for those of us who've never played pickleball, going to do that. So who knows? I'm feeling like I got to do something. I have to start exercising something. My body is starting to ache. I've spent a lot more time in a car and sitting than I usually do. I have no I'm a little bit low energy, I'm low mojo, and so anything that, there's nothing in what's going on with me that gets me moving and very active, and I need to start consciously getting more moving and active because this can't continue. I'm waking up sore, and so I need to move more. I mean, even if it's just longer walks with the dogs. Something's got to give. But anyway, so maybe I'll learn how to play pickleball. Not that that'll do me any good. Well, I hear pickleball going on in our park because it has a very distinctive sound. So there may be some senior activity group doing pickleball in my area. I don't think of myself as a senior. I know, ridiculous. I haven't done anything to sort of see what's out there for people my age. And maybe that's something I should do. But meanwhile, I need to move more, need to be more conscious of doing things that will help my body. And I woke up stiff and sore this morning and thinking, okay, it's coming. The time is coming. So I'm going to talk to you about that for, a month or two, and then maybe do something. It's really sad because before COVID, Dennis and I were doing, we were going to the gym regularly. And of course, we stopped going to the gym when COVID came. And it's too bad because I was doing really well. It was good for me. But I don't know. Or it has a little thing, a little tiny, a little gizmo where you use your feet called a quibby. I got to sneeze, sorry. That's good for your legs. I could do that. I mean, that would be something. I could just sit up there with her and we could talk and I could do that. While she's upstairs. Spend a little more time with her in the morning than I normally do. But anyway, those are the things that are on my mind. I did not start my twiddle muff, but I am going to start that today. And I need to find something I want to watch on TV and then just sit and knit. I could sit and knit out here, but I could listen to a book out here. I wouldn't disturb anybody. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I had a wonderful weekend. I'm, glad to be home, and especially on a gorgeous day. And so Aura and I will definitely be hanging out on the deck. I'm quite sure. I'm not sure what else will happen today. I will let you know. We had lots of food left over because Dennis made a lot of food for Kim and Aura for when we were gone. So we're coming home. We're saying, I'm sure there's food. Oh yeah, I won't have to cook till Wednesday. So, and he was right. We have lots of food. So we're going to either have meatloaf or sloppy joe or Portuguese pork for dinner. Aura and I had Portuguese pork last night. So I'll probably have sloppy joe or meatloaf. I made popovers yesterday. I'll make popovers again. They're such a good, they're really the only dinner bread we can have, and it takes no time to make. So just whip them up. They have to cook for 20 minutes. That's it. I mean, they take 1 minute to make and then cook for 20 minutes. So probably sloppy joes on top of popovers. That's my guess. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go upload this, see what time it is. About time to bring Dennis some tea. See if Aura's up, give her her pills and her coffee, and kind of start my day. Cheers. That's the end of my first cup. Sometimes you're at the beginning. Today you're at the end. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay safe.